All right, so as you can see, this engine bay is extremely grimy. So I want to make this thing look really, really, really nice. It's going to look brand new, better than new. First thing I'm going to do, actually, before I foam this down, I'm going to go and get any loose particles and debris out of like the little back tray back there, because I don't want to be soaking that in with anything. So let's go back behind here. You know, it collects leaves and junk and everything. You just want to get that kind of stuff out before you really start on this. That's first step. Get that out. Get that out. There's a rock in there. Awesome. Cover your electrics. This is my alternator. Everything else is pretty well covered. You got a box, like a fuse box over there on that side. Got a couple batteries I'm not too worried about. If you got an older car, you really have to be mindful, but anything post 2000 or even late 90s, they're probably pretty good. So with the foaming process, I'm gonna start from the top and work my way down. I've already pumped this up. I'll give it a few more pumps though. And just foam this thing up. I'm just gonna give it a light misting. This is a really soft wheel face brush. I get some of my Built Hammer Surfex HD sprayed into the head of this brush. Give it a little extra kick. Just want to go up here and lightly start scrubbing your painted surface. This thing's going to start picking up a lot of grime, you're going to see. It's already, you can see in this brush. So go back to your bucket and get that chunk out of there. Put some more Surfex HD back into the head of the brush. Keep going. Go back to the bucket, pick up some more foam, more Surfex HD. And I forgot to mention, so now that the surfaces are foamed, it's going to start breaking up a lot of the junk that's on this, you know, engine bay. So let that do the work while you're doing other things. Your brake booster is going to normally be really grimy and nasty, so make sure you focus on getting all the junk off of that. Fuse box here. You can hit your battery. So this is a big flat surface here that I'm going to go ham on and hit this whole shroud here. It always amazes me that people just never clean the engine bay. Now this was a government auction vehicle, but how hard is it to just go over it with a rag or something every now and again? Just don't do it. So, and that's something I really love about car detailing. It's therapy, taking something old and making it new again. This engine cover, that thing's nasty. Battery. And you want to pay attention inside here, inside these panels. I got a long handled brush here. I'm going to use it to reach the areas that are harder to get to. This engine cover. And up here in the cowl area. Make sure you focus up here in the corners, because that's where a lot of buildup is going to happen, right? As things move in and out of this cowl. Hose fitting. Back here. The small wheel Willie's going to work excellent for this. Get down in here. little tight areas, you know. Don't don't go jamming this thing down with a lot of force. You're just kind of being, careful when going across the surfaces here. Same with these hoses. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on any of this, but go over the top of your coil packs. You can clean on those. Already went over that with the brush once, but it doesn't hurt to take the wheel willy to it. You can see it's kicking up a lot of foam, dirt. There are a lot of areas you can reach down into, but I'm just trying to get the top surfaces mostly. I'll squeeze this out. Look at all that chocolate milk coming out. This is a trim and lug nut brush. I'm gonna just kind of spray into it and go into the areas that are down here that are maybe harder to reach. Go back over this. Get as many of these little intricate areas as you can reach, right? You might even go back over some things that you've gone over, especially down in like these little grooves here. That's where all the dirt's gonna hide, down in here. Now you could spend all day on an engine bay like this one. It has so many little nooks and crannies. Pretty much all of them do. But you just want to hit the high spots, right? That's kind of how I do it. I mean, I'm not trying to make this a show car. I'm just trying to make it look a lot nicer. I'm going to focus on this corner one more time. And again, up on this top of this fender. So I forgot to scrub the insulation underneath the hood, so I'm going to do that right now. Give it a little scrub here. Last step before I rinse everything off, I'm going to take this Clean Green Monster microfiber towel and I'm going to spray some Surfex HD into it. I'm just going to cover these surfaces one last time, at least the ones I can reach easily. All right, let's get in here. Be quick about it. Get the engine cover. After going over it with the Clean Green Monster, I think it's ready to be rinsed. So now that I've rinsed this off with the pressure washer, I'm going to take a dry plush microfiber and go to just picking up as much moisture as I can. There's probably going to be some soap residue left over a little bit, and so I'm going to try to pick that up as well. The microfiber is going to quickly pick up a lot of the moisture, and then you can pretty much allow the vehicle to air dry from there. Let's take this plush side again. Go underneath. And see, it's still picked up a little bit of grime, so that's why you want to be kind of light with this. You don't want to be scrubbing down hard. You want to be real gentle so that you're not scratching these painted surfaces here. Flip to a clean side and then continue on. So this towel still has a little bit of cleaner on it, so I just saw where like I missed some spots, you know, like in these corners. Just go back over them. Go back over this battery here and see how grimy this is. So like here, let's take the towel and just see, pick that up like that. So that's just kind of like one little final detail you can do to bring it up a couple notches. See another spot back here that I missed. So I'm just going to go back, kind of push it back in there. And clean that up. A lot of times you're just going to see where you just didn't quite get it all once it dries. And this has a little bit of cleaner left on it still, but it's not going to hurt anything to go and kind of go over some of these areas with it. Especially in there, see, look at all that crap. So now it's still air drying, and we can wait for it to dry a little bit more and then go with the CarPro Pearl application. All I need is just a nice little utility microfiber and my Pearl. Again, this is diluted 1 to 1. I'm gonna shake this up, spray into the towel, about 4 sprays, and then just start to apply it across the surface. They're going real easy. You can even spray some onto the plastics. You'll notice immediately it starts to give it a really rich look. You can go on the metal here. And these rubber bump stops here on the windshield washer reservoir. If you get it on the paint, just wipe it off. Spray that down and see how nice, immediately, how nice it makes this look. Same with your intake, air box. Any areas you can't reach, you can just spray and it'll self-level. Engine cover, fuse box, brake booster, and spray some back there. Get that a little shine. You can go on top of your battery here. Spray on top of my coil packs. Just a little mist, light mist. You don't want to saturate them, but you can give them a little hose there. This stuff works awesome. Smells real nice too. Has kind of like a little, I don't know if it's like maybe banana. It has a good smell to it though. Just level it off wherever you know, wherever you can reach. And if you can't, again, you can spray these hoses, the ones that are like hard to reach. You can kind of treat them with the light misting. Get your oil fill cap. You can even hit the cowl. You know, hit that. Get that looking nice. Get this shock. And anywhere if you see it kind of pulled up, it should just self-level. So I think that's pretty much it. Man, what a difference this process makes. If I wasn't filming and trying to go through the step-by-step on this, I probably could get this done in 30 minutes. So that's a real easy win for anybody that's got a dirty engine bay and wants to dial back the clock on their vehicle. So real safe and easy process. And I hope you like this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Hit that notification bell, you know when I drop more content. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.